Gee, you like the sawdust, don't you? Oh, so cute. Yeah, I'm trying to get some of his energy out because they're being stupid. Dickheads. Don't hurt yourselves, you dicks. He's like, oh my god, what is that? Oh, it's water. What does? You mean the round yard? Ooh, attitude. Jerry's like, are you really gonna try and come for me? Ooh, Dex is actually being dominant. More dominant than Jerry. You're gonna fall over in a second, horse. Oh. Hey boys. Hello, Mr. Jericho. Feed you guys. Then need to go drop off the mail, pack another order, and then drop off the mail. And then we are going to Werribee. Wow, I definitely meant Wentworth. Definitely not going to Werribee. Werribee's like 8 hours away, and it's also a eventing event. This is what I'm absolutely loving. It's actually really coming in handy. I kind of thought it was just like a extra that was like, don't really need it, which, I mean, you don't, but it is really handy. I think they were like an extra $500 or something, which in the grand scheme of things isn't really too much. There's a lot of cows mooing in the distance. Alright, now I'm feeding the old horses and Pino. While I'm away, I've got a little boy from down the road to feed them because my parents are away for a little bit. So I've labelled it all 1 scoop for dark brown horse with white face, 1 scoop each for pony and old horse. I assume that's like enough, but I also showed him what to give them. It just can be a little bit confusing. Wow, it seems the electric is definitely not on. Okay, we're just about to put the peonies on. I'm just letting him walk around and have some grass because it's like a 4-hour drive. We're halfway-ish, and I don't think we're gonna bother getting them out because they both look alright. I was a bit worried before because Dexter's eyes looked really tired, but I think he's just itchy. 2 spicy animals. Very, very spicy. Very spicy. Oh, I have to drive. Oh, look at them. So gay.
It's so actually well. And yeah. 100%. Oh, read that one. Read that one. But the beaches. I'd love to, but all the beaches, you know, now makes
I did one of these the other week and I was like, I'm not going to do any of this, and this is probably going to happen again. You can be the director. Hi guys.
in the morning, ladies.
Oh, that is a running joke from years ago. Mildura like 3 years ago.
What, from me?
Hey guys.
Oh, hey guys! So, we've just been to one pub. We're at the next pub. It's an absolute fucking shit. Roll in.
She's locked. Oh wait, no. There's a second door. Apparently this is where it goes off. There's a DJ.
What up, bar?
Oh, we're taking our boots off.
Jolly old boot scoot.
We're going barefoot and I don't know where anyone I know is gone. Oh, see ya.
We got DJ Dave Crazy Shirt Fridays. Oof.
Hit up the Wentworth pub.
Let's go.
We need flash. Is there?
What time is it?
I don't know, but my
want some followers.
I'm stepping in my own vomit.
You are a
it's
disgrace.
12:24 and I've stepped in my own
We're
vomit.
going the wrong way, everyone.
I'll vomit again.
Nah, we're going the right way.
No, we're meant to be going this way.
That's the opposite to the way that you want to go.
No, this is
Look at all these.
Look at all those chickens.
Where's the other pub?
this is EA's in action.
I want to feature Hannah.
I want to feature. Okay, Tom.
Chuck me in. He hates questions.
This is so blue. All right, well, I'm going back to my room. Let's hope I don't get stabbed on the way. Love you guys. Ooh, oh wow. I'll see you in the morning, bright and early.
Rona and don't forget it.
Love ya.
I'll see you in the morning.
I don't know, whatever the 105 is. What's happening? Alright. Oh my god, there's a random person over the other side of the street. I'm gonna get killed. See ya. Oh, the joys of being a girl. Oh my god, oh my god, that person's creepy. Hello, Sonnies. Hey guys, it's Hannah. It's about 12:30, maybe 1 o'clock on a Friday night. Haven't even started my show yet. The show jumpers dragged me up to the pub and it kept going. Not gonna lie, I'm gonna admit to you that I quite like dancing. My first riding instructor once told me, if you know how to dance, you're likely pretty good at riding a horse. And then I started going out and I was like, I ride a horse, so I must be pretty good at dancing. Look, I'm not good, but I do it because it's fun. Just like I'm vlogging right now, because it's fun. Amelia and Ash are gonna check on my ponies because they're staying at the showgrounds, and I'm heading back to my hotel. This, pretty fancy. It's not fancy actually, kidding. It's a very Australian country town motel, and I'm the kind of person that loves chaos, so I was like, I'm gonna book a pub the night that we get there. And guess what? They got a cancellation like a couple of minutes before I came. So like it worked out pretty well for me. I just accidentally went in the wrong room and the key worked. So apparently it probably works for every room. That's how budget this hotel is. I just walked in room number 2 and I'm room number 3. And there was someone in there and I'm like, this is not my hotel room, this is reverse to what I am. And I promptly shut the door and went back in here. Thank God they did not see who it was. Oh my fucking god. No. It's a no from me. I also have red wine lips. Can't wait to jump my third ever meter 20 tomorrow. And first ever one after the 2.5 month break that Dexter got. And here I am. I am not ready to go to sleep, but I know that tomorrow I have 4 classes to do with 2 different horses, and then I have Sunday. Can I just be like the Tana Mojo of horse riding YouTubers? Don't drink, kids, or you'll end up like this. But really, like, it's Australian show jumping. Hello, this is what happens. Unless, like, you actually do well with your life. At this point, you guys are just keeping me company. The funny thing is though, like the entire day, just social anxiety things. This entire day, I've barely been able to talk sentences because I've been too hyper aware of what I've been doing / tired. I don't actually know when I'm on tomorrow. I think I'm on Jerry, I assume first, because I assume it goes up in like 105, then 110, then 115, then 120, and I think I'm on Jerry at 105 and then maybe 110, but I'm not sure if it's 115. But I know I'm definitely doing 120 tomorrow with Dexter, but I haven't been able to find the program anywhere online, so I'm just waiting until tomorrow because there's so many classes before me anyway, because it's one of the higher classes. So it starts at 8, so like a course walk at 8 for the 70 centimeters, and then I think 90 centimeters, and then maybe 1 meter, and then it's my class at 105. So I think I'm at least class 3. So I'm assuming like an hour for each class. I'll be on at least like 11-ish. I'm gonna set an alarm for 7:30 because that's when I've been getting up. My mum gets so angry at me because I'm not a morning person in the slightest. Like, I am a stay up all night and be perfectly fine with staying up all night kind of person. And to be a horse person, generally you have to get up very early. And my mum does not like the fact that I struggle to get up early. See you in the morning vlog. Cheers. This is a watery cheers. Drink up.
Away next week in the show.
I don't know where my classes are.
Gotta get that Insta story.
Are you gonna get round 2 tonight?
What?
Definitely.
Colour I'm looking for
Is brown.
off black.
Oof. Oof.
class age 46, smartest on grade 11 to 13 years. Please be...
Sorry, I'm fine.
Whip bump. Yep, whip bumps. There you go.
So cute. Yeah, Morphe. Oh. Does he not remind you of Jerry though? Like the movement and stuff? And like how he jumps? Okay, so this was my first round with Jerry, obviously, and he was so spooky at this show. For some reason, ag shows freak him out heaps, and he could not stand the ride in the distance and the crowd and everything. He's the kind of horse that's just really sensitive to his surroundings in this kind of circumstance. We got in really deep to that, and honestly, just this whole round is really shocking. And yeah, that happened. So he basically spooked to the jump and the crowd, and I was like, no, sorry, you're an event horse and it's only 105, you can do it. And so I kind of got him going from a very bad spot, but you know, he jumped it, he just had it down. That was the only one he had down, but we did have a lot of awkward distances and kind of hanging knees. Obviously, Jerry is not the best of jumpers because he's a saddlebred Frisian cross and doesn't have the best conformation for it. He's also more of a bold jumper than a clean jumper like Dexter. So he kind of just doesn't give any jumps a lot of air, but he can jump higher than this, obviously, and he has, but he doesn't ever really jump it very big. So this is my second round, which is 110, and yeah, he was feeling slightly better, a lot more comfortable in the arena and with the crowd around, so it was a lot more clean, though we did still have some awkward jumps like that one, like just a bit too close, and then he kind of jumps it a bit weird and abruptly, but for the most part the distances were quite nice. He was a lot smoother, as you can see.
It's going to be so annoying if you guys are clear. It's going to be annoying if you guys are clear.
I think he just has this one down, which is just his knees not being super clean, and also it was a little bit close. Also, it was towards the crowd, so I rode him up for it a lot more because I thought he might stop of it, because it was a slightly bigger oxer and it was going towards the crowd once again, which is where he was spooking at that first round when he had that almost stop. But yeah, he was good at the end. He got more and more bold, as he usually does through the round. So back over the scary jump, I rode him a bit tougher to it, expecting him to kind of stop, and he did kind of peek over it, so just as well I did. So here is my 110 round with Dexter. I had to quickly jump off Jerry and change over my saddle, and then I trotted Dexter out and had to do just like a couple of jumps in the warm-up because we were already running a bit late. So I had to quickly just get in the ring. So considering that, he was pitch perfect pretty much. He's really, really good at this height now. He's really comfortable around 110 classes, and I'm thinking now I probably will just skip the 110 classes and go straight to 115 and 120s now, because he's had a lot of 110 classes and he's very comfortable with the height, and he doesn't really need a big warm-up round anymore now because he is a lot more comfortable at shows. And for some reason, though, Dexter is a lot more set off usually by things, for some reason ag shows, like these kind of shows which are pretty full on with the crowd and the rides and everything, they just don't really scare him at all, which is really surprising considering how wiry he is as a horse and how he was pretty excitable before I got on him. So this is the jump off. As you can see, I'm doing some pretty intense turns. That one was a bit ugly because I forgot where I was going until I was going over the jump, and then I was like, oh god, sorry Dex, we got to turn here. But yeah, that was a bit deep into that oxer, but it wasn't too bad. Then again, fine. So yeah, he was really, really good. And he ended up placing second in the 110 and paid off some of his entry fees, which is nice. So this is the 120. So the first few jumps are a little bit smaller, and then they gradually work their way up to 120. That was way too close. In this round, I think I just got him going a little bit too forward because of the fact that it was a 1 round stakes. So it was to go fast, and if you have any rails, it just adds on to your time. But also it was just after the 110 jump off, and so he was a lot more forward. So I was kind of going forward, and then I was like, oh god, got to get my distances still, not make him get too long and then charge off, because I'm always constantly thinking of that, because that's what he's always been like. But now he's not really like that anymore, which is nice. He comes back to me really, really easily now, which is sweet. Yeah, that was horrible by me. I rode him so badly, and he just got us out of that incredibly deep spot. He's just so good at that. And then once again I start getting tired here because this is my fifth round, and so I just let him go and have that last rail, which was a bit silly of me. Hey guys, it's day 2 and I'm just getting ready to do, I'm literally just doing like the meter with Jerry because I want to see how he goes bitless on a big grass arena. I am so tired this morning because yesterday was a really big day. Like, we went out to the pub on Friday night and had a few drinks, as you would have seen, and then yesterday was a super big day for me. Like, I had Jerry in the 105 and then I had Dexter in the 110 and Jerry in the 110 and then Dexter in the 120. Today's a bit weird though because it's like 1 meter then 115. So I'm thinking I'm gonna try Jerry bitless on a grass arena in the 1 meter, which seems really small to be doing with Jerry in particular, and then I'm also going to be doing Dexter in the 115. So yes, I'm going to start getting ready, probably start cleaning my boots because these are disgusting. So that's what I'm doing today, and hopefully we should be heading off fairly soon. The classes are going through pretty quickly. There's not that many people here, like there's probably 10 to 15 in each class. Also, my plan with Dexter is I really want him to be able to do futurity eventually, which is at like Adelaide International and big go comps. So that's kind of my aim, but I gotta make sure he keeps his points down then. And then I heard like futurity is like horses under a certain age, but I'm not sure about that because Dexter's like 9. So if it's like horses under 10 or something, I don't know. If not, I'm happy just kind of continuing to go up the levels with him. He's been back to his old ways a little bit this weekend because he gets so attached to both me and my other horse, and Jerry. So people had to look after him on the side of the arena while Jerry was going, so he wouldn't be left out and back here because he would have broken out of his yard literally with how panicky he was getting just when Jerry was being tacked up like 5 meters in front of him. So glad I don't do hacking. I'm really happy with how Dex went in the 120. It's a shame that he had the last rail. Didn't really matter though because it was just a 1 round stake, so it just adds 4 seconds to your time. I'm gonna start tacking up Jerry soon because whatever, let's just put him in the meter class without a bit and see how it goes. Alrighty, so this is day 2 with Jerry, and he's bitless, as I just said. He's just got a Micklin bridle on and the reins attached to either side of the Micklin bridle, so it's essentially like a side pull or like a halter. So it's really light on his face and it's not a lot of pressure at all really, just however much I put on it. And with Jerry I can almost have a loose rein, though as you can see his head is a lot higher, and that's kind of me holding it a bit higher to slow him down, because that's really what brings both of my horses back. It's not really pulling back but kind of lifting their head, they slow down. So yeah, he went so much better without a bit, a lot smoother, though I am thinking he might need a martingale for this sort of thing, because he just has his head a bit too high almost to be looking at the jumps, and then he kind of hangs his legs a little bit. But yeah, as you can see, he's very happy and very controllable without a bit, and that's just kind of Jerry. He's just the type of horse that's very, very, very sensitive, particularly to a bit, and he's always been that way. And yeah, we tried a lot of different things and this seems to be what's working for now. I may try another lighter type of bit, or I will probably be using a bit when he is a lot spookier, like on the first day. Like I wouldn't have been able to get him around, I don't think, very easily without a bit, because he tends to kind of just do a lot more of what he wants to do without a bit, which is a lot more spooking and running the other way when he's spooking, or like going sideways, which isn't ideal for a show jumping comp. But yeah, this is the jump off for the meter, and yeah, it was pretty quick, but we didn't take any exciting lines. I could have gone within that yellow and red jump there, which would have taken a lot of time off, and I probably should have done it, but I also was the first one to go, I think, so I just did the easy route. And also, I don't know, I was being a bit of a wimp, and also the fact that it was a bitless bridle didn't really make me want to do that. So yeah, we got second for that round. He was so good.
CSB, ring 4, calling, event 15, lead male.
He's trying to get his ears forward. Not working anymore. Jerry came second in the meter, but I was trying him without a bit in a more open grass arena, which I thought he would be a bit too out of control in, but he was fine. What a good pony. This isn't me transferring completely to bitless, it's just he goes better without a bit because he's got a tiny little mouth and he's very sensitive. So yes, loving the gear setup at the moment. Alright, now we're doing the annoying one, who's been very annoying, and we've had to, every time we take Jerry out, we have to take him out. So he's been just like hanging next to the jump arena for the whole time. Jerry is over there, getting scraped. Oh, not very, very annoying. He thinks every bay horse is Jerry. So cute though. He's so photogenic when he's being annoying. Okay, now Dexter's day 2, and he was absolutely flawless for this day. And this was, yeah, just a first round of the 115. Now, the first day was pretty small, like the jumps weren't that big on the first day, but they seem to put them up to the height this day. So they do look a little bit bigger, and they look probably more like the meter 20 than the meter 20 did perhaps. But yeah, he was really good. He didn't spook at all at that filler because I showed it to him, because literally anything that changes on the course I always show him, because I don't really trust him to not spook at fillers because he's done it before and he's had stops and all that before. So yeah, I always show him as much as I can, and I use up my few seconds of going around after the bell goes as much as I can, because both of my horses aren't exactly bomb-proof and they do spook at things. So yeah, it was good there. He really waits now, which is incredible because he did not used to wait at all. But I think potentially I trained him too much to wait, and now I'm like, wait, and he's like, okay, and then I'm like, oh no, whoops, I should have gone with him. But that's just, I need to fix my riding. I'm good at training horses, maybe just not riding them after I've trained them perhaps. So this was the jump off. Again, I could have done some more exciting turns, but I just did all the smaller ones. But this one, a lot of people, including me, kind of thought I might have won it, because I didn't realise that the guy who won it went clear. So I was like, oh my god, Dexter, maybe you got his winning thing. And yeah, you can see there again, I was like, wait, because I thought he was travelling too much, and then he waited too much, and then I was like, oh god, now it's hard to get that spot. And again, I could have cut the corner and angled that fence, which I probably should have done, and I need to trust him more with angling fences. But yeah, as you can see at the end, he was going pretty quick, which is good for him. And so we ended up second with that. My horses are freaking out because they've decided to bring out some fake raptors, and Jerry is literally shaking. Poor ponies, their like instincts are like, I need to run away from this as soon as possible. Poor boys. It's okay. They're just humans in a stupid suit. And they're gone now. They're all gone. All gone. Time to go. My annoying bay horses. Let's go. Annoying number 1 and 2. 2 very tired ponies. Oh, what a big weekend. Like how Jerry likes eating Dexter's hay and Dexter likes eating Jerry's hay.